Hello everybody. Project in Touch GURU.Markets. Thank you for watching us. We will analyze the main fundamental indicators of the company Instructure Holdings Inc., ticker INST. Review based on data as of June 14, 2024. According to classification GURU.Markets organization Instructure Holdings Inc. belongs to the subcategory Education. 62 organizations participate in the analysis. This is very representative. Let's start with summary information about the company. Let's look at each indicator in more detail a little further. If necessary, you can pause it. We invite you to take a closer look at each indicator of the corporation under study. Access to the database with the structure of company tickers is free and open. We kindly ask you to disseminate the analysis of the promotion on your social networks. Well, let's finally begin. Market capitalization of the company Instructure Holdings Inc. INST. Valued at $3.54 billion. With a subcategory capitalization of $82 billion. Instructure Holdings Inc. has a share of 4.335%. It is one of the small companies in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is $1.26 billion. With a balance sheet capitalization of the subcategory of $37 billion. Instructure Holdings Inc. accounts for 3.4% share. Having made a comparison of the occupied shares of stock exchange and balance sheet capitalization, we see the following. Occupied share Instructure Holdings Inc. in the subcategory in case of stock market capitalization assessment is 4.335%. The book value is 3.4%. This is 22% less than the share of market capitalization. Assessment of the company's share of market and balance capitalization in the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. Overall company assessment Instructure Holdings Inc. will be demonstrated at the end of the review. Please look at the progress of the study in full. The organization's debts amount to $1.15 billion. Debt to book value is 91.3% of equity. Result on the company's debt obligations, tolerable, 0 points. The ratio of the company's stock price to profit is 0. With an average for the subcategory of 33.6, which is much worse than the average for the subcategory. Evaluation of the stock price to earnings ratio in comparison with companies in the subcategory. Very bad, -2 points. Profit for the last 12 months was -$43 million. Future earnings for the next 12 months are unknown. This is very bad for the company. Assessment of expected future profit indicators in comparison with companies in the subcategory. Good, 1 point. The company's price-to-revenue ratio is 6.4. The average for the subcategory is 1.6, which is 300% higher than for the subcategory. Evaluation of stock market value to revenue ratios in comparison with the indicators in the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. Revenue for the last 12 months was $560 million. Future revenue for the next 12 months is unknown. And this is negative for the company. Assess projected future sales performance against subcategory performance. Bad, -1 point. If you are interested in such analytics, in this case, I kindly ask you to subscribe to the channel and click on the bell. It's free for you. You will greatly help the development of the project GURU.Markets. Thanks for your subscription. The sales margin is -7.8%, with an average for the subcategory of 4.9%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 12.6%. Assessment of marginality in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Tolerable, -0.5 points. The company's share in terms of the number of employees in the subcategory is 0.52%, which is 734% less than the share of market capitalization. And this shows the imbalance of the organization's exchange price Instructure Holdings Inc. (INST), probably towards revaluation. The amount of capital per company employee is $2,369,000. Whereas for the subcategory it is $284,000. The difference between the average for the subcategory and the organization's indicators is 734.2%. Estimation of the company's capital per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, 0 points. The amount of profit per individual employee is $0,000. With the average in the subcategory, $8,500. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 100%. Estimation of profit per individual company employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, -0.5 points. The revenue per individual employee of the organization is $372,000. In the subcategory $174,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 114%. Estimation of the share of revenue for each employee of the company in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Tolerable, -0.5 points. The volume of short transactions is 8%, with an average for the subcategory of 3.6%. This is an indicator of the risk of a short squeeze. Indicator RSI, 14, shows a level of 74% for the company Instructure Holdings Inc. (INST). In the subcategory, the RSI level, 14, is 44%. Potentially, shares of the subcategory are valued lower than those of the company Instructure Holdings Inc. (INST). Comparing the movement of the company's stock price Instructure Holdings Inc. (INST) and subcategory shares. We can see that over 12 months the company's shares Instructure Holdings Inc. showed a change of -6.5%. Against price changes in the subcategory -0.4%. This does not clearly indicate anything, but it is necessary to keep this fact in mind. Total result, -5.5 out of 10 points. The average score for the subcategory is 1.5 points. If you look broadly, within the stock market in general, we can note that the average result for the stock market in total is 0.4 points. Against the score of -5.5 points from Instructure Holdings Inc. (INST). Let's go to the order table. It is available to you. The link is in the pinned comment. The order table contains all decisions by the stock valuation information system GURU.Markets. Access to the order table is absolutely free and open. Link in pinned comment. Based on the valuation of the company's shares Instructure Holdings Inc. GURU.Markets. Open an order because Instructure Holdings Inc. overvalued subcategory company. Thank you very much to everyone for watching this video and for using the information and reference system GURU.Markets. You are all the best audience on the planet.